In this video, let us learn the grammar from chapter 4, starting with Verbformen, that is, forms of verbs. We have learned regular verbs, that is, regelmäßige Verben, for example, kochen, tanzen, singen, and on. And we have learned different forms of these regular verbs, that is, the conjugation of these verbs. Similarly, we have also learned unregelmäßige Verben, that is, the irregular verbs, like essen, fressen, schlafen, and on. And we have seen the different forms of these verbs, that is, the verb conjugation according to the subject. Now let us turn our attention towards learning modal verbs, that is, Modalverben, and their forms. In fact, there are 7 modal verbs in German, but right now we are going to focus only on these 2 modal verbs, that is, mögen and möchten. Mögen means to like and möchten means would like. In a way, möchten is a future tense form of mögen. Let's learn the different forms of these verbs. Let us have a quick revision of the irregular verb essen and its different forms. When ich is the subject, we say esse. We just take the stem of the verb and add e to it. Ich esse means I eat. Similarly, when du is the subject, the stem of the verb changes to is because it is an irregular verb. Hence, du isst. Similarly, sie, es ist. When the subject is either du, sie, or es, and if it is an irregular verb like essen, then the stem of the verb changes. So here, es has changed to is. Wir essen, we eat. Ihr esst, you all eat. Sie oder sie essen, they or you eat. So that's the different form of the verb essen. Now let us turn our attention towards the verb mögen. As I mentioned, mögen is a modal verb. The conjugation of any of the 7 modal verbs is the same for ich and sie, es. Ich mag means I like. Oder sie oder es mag means he or she or it likes. Du magst, you like. If you notice here, the stem of the verb changes from mög to mag. That is the difference to be noted while conjugating a modal verb. Whereas the stem of the verb is mög itself for all the plurals, that is, wir, ihr, and sie. So, wir mögen means we like. Ihr mögt means you like. Sie oder sie mögen, that is, they or you formal like. Similarly, for möchten, möchten means would like, by the way, and the conjugation for ich and sie, es is the same. It is möchte. Ich möchte means I would like. So, ich möchte, du möchtest, oder sie oder es möchte. Wir möchten, we would like. Ihr möchtet, you all would like. Sie oder sie möchten, they or you formal would like. Conventionally, we use mag to express liking a noun or a pronoun. I like a cat. I like a chocolate. I like Anna. If you want to say you like something or somebody, then conventionally you use mag. And if you want to express that you like to do some activity, then you can use möchten. I would like to drink a cup of coffee. Would like to do what? Would like to do some action, that is, drinking a cup of coffee. Similarly, I would like to play cricket. You would like to do some activity. So in German we say, ich möchte Cricket spielen. Ich möchte einen Kaffee trinken. That's the way to use möchte and express that you would like to do some activity. Let us go to some example sentences. First off, essen. Essen means to eat, as we know. Anna isst eine Suppe. Anna eats a soup. Remember, in German we say eating a soup and not drinking a soup. Wir essen zusammen. We eat together. Now the verb mögen. Mögen means to like. Mag Fußballspiele. He likes football games. Sie mögen ihre Oma. They like their. Sie here means they. And how do you know it? Because of the conjugation of the verb mögen. Next we have möchten. Möchten means would like. Ich möchte einen Kaffee. I would like a coffee. Trinken is many a times understood. Wir möchten gern sprechen. We would gladly like to speak. Let me explain that with an example. Anna isst morgens Müsli. Anna eats Müsli in the morning. So if you notice here, Anna is the subject, ist is the verb in the second position, morgens is the time information, which is Zeitinformation in the third position, and then Müsli, which is the object, that is Objekt, am Satzende. Here, Anna is auf der ersten Position. Anna is the subject, it is in the first position. Now the same sentence could be rewritten as Morgens isst Anna Müsli. Hier haben wir Zeit auf der ersten Position. Here we have the time information in the first position. But where is the subject? The subject is mentioned in the third position. Otherwise, the verb is always in the second position. The object is in the fourth position. So that is something fixed. The only thing is you can vary the subject and time information place. You can put the subject either in the first position or in the third position like here. Similarly, you can put the time information either in the third position or in the first position. The next question you would ask is, when would I choose this format, that is putting the subject first, and when would I put time information first? Well, it depends upon what you want to highlight. If you want to highlight the time, for example, you want to say, morning, Anna eats Müsli, not in the afternoon. So you want to highlight the time information, and that's why you mentioned time in the first position. Now let's go through some example statements. Beispiele. Ich backe heute eine Pizza. I bake today a pizza. The same thing can be rewritten as heute backe ich eine Pizza. That is, today I'm going to bake a pizza, not tomorrow, like that. Wir fahren am Montag nach Paris. We travel on the Monday to Paris. Am Montag fahren wir nach Paris. On Monday we're traveling to Paris, not on Tuesday. That's what it means. Weitere Beispiele, further examples. Max macht 13 Uhr eine Pause. Pause machen, that is the way to use it. To make a break. Pause here is break, and making a break is the way to express that you're going to take a break in German. Max macht 13 Uhr eine Pause. Max takes a break at 1 o'clock. 13 Uhr macht Max eine Pause. At 1 o'clock, Max takes a break. Ich esse im Sommer Eis. I eat in the summer ice cream. Im Sommer esse ich Eis. In summer I eat ice cream, not in the winter.